let's talk about this issue of moving abroad using a work permit, because that's something many people have been asking me, and I think it's time we discuss about this. Guys, look, I will always come here and talk about these things because I know many people don't understand. For you to apply for a visa to go to any country, you need a proof. You need a proof, or how do I put it? You need something to tell the visa officer that this is the reason. You need a reason why you want to enter into that particular country. Do you understand? When you are moving abroad as a student, what is your reason? Your reason is your admissions offer letter from a university abroad. If you want to go on a visit visa, or if you want to visit a family member, you need an invitation letter from the family. If you want to go for tourism, you will have to craft a letter to show the destinations you are going to be visiting and how your visit is going to look like. If you want to go abroad as a worker, you need to apply for a company, then let them accept you, give you a letter, you read the letter, then you sign it and send back to them to confirm before you can now use that letter. It's called an offer letter to apply for the work visa. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, I'm making this video, is for those who keep asking, I want to go abroad using a work visa. I want to go abroad using a work visa. Guys, if you have, take this advice. If you think that you have some money, follow the study pathway. The reason is because most employers abroad, they are looking for workers. But are they looking for any type of worker? No. They are looking for highly skilled professionals, people who are into IT, software developers, computer technologies. You understand? Coders, people who can do coding, people who can do data scientists, data entry people who are into data entry. You understand? This is not what most of us we have who are coming from the broke community. Most of us, we just maybe have our high school certificate. Some of us, we even have degrees without no work experience. So now tell me, how are you going to get the work visa? Because when you apply, they are going to look at your CV, assess you, and see if you actually have the experience and the qualification to grab those jobs. I see some people, they are like, Milton, farm jobs. Look, guys, this is my advice. If you think you have qualifications, use the academic pathway. The reason is because when you go into these countries, some countries will give you 16 hours, some 20 hours, some 25 hours, some 30 hours to work part-time as a student. Then when you finish your studies, you can now apply for the job visa and work full-time. This is the easiest way to migrate abroad. But if you keep waiting for, I'm looking for a work visa, some people, I don't want to call them, they will manipulate you and take your millions and eat it. At the end of the day, you would remain on the same position. Those of you who are Cameroonians, you already saw what happened a few days ago. I don't want to mention it. So please be strategic. And it keeps getting difficult to even immigrate abroad. It keeps getting difficult. Be strategic. All right? This is just the information I wanted to give you. I will keep saying these things. So guys, if you are 40 years and above, and you intend to immigrate abroad, please watch this video to the end. Also give this video a like, and please share the video with somebody you know who is like 39, 40 or above and intend to migrate abroad. This is advice, genuine advice I want to give to those who are 40 years and above. Now, if you are 40 years and above, the first advice I want to give to you is, please try to migrate to countries that are English speaking. Now, what I mean by English speaking is, I'm talking about countries that you just need to write IELTS, or you just need normal English qualifications to apply for their permanent residency or citizenship. Now, if you look at most countries in the European Union, like Finland, Denmark, Norway, Iceland, Netherlands, most of them, Poland, most of them, if you want to apply for their permanent residency or citizenship, any of them, you would be asked to write their language. And sometimes this language is not as easy as we think to some people. To me, it is not difficult because no language is difficult to me. I learned Turkish under 8 months and I was communicating in Turkish language with Turkish people, though not that good, but somehow flexible, though I didn't study in school. So if you actually want to go to some countries, please try to migrate to English speaking countries to get yourself the stress, and somehow work opportunities would not be in foreign languages. Of course, it's going to be in English. Now, this is where the problem is. If you look at the English speaking countries we have, most of them, if not all, are very expensive to enter. Look at UK, look at Ireland, look at Canada, look at United States, look at Australia and New Zealand. These are some few that I know. To enter there as a student is not as easy as you think. But I still have another advice for you. Listen to the end. If you go to any country abroad, or if you intend to move to any country abroad, please try to be legal. Legal, I means if you have been asked to go collect a temporary residence permit, go and collect it. If you are a student, collect your permit. If you are a worker, collect your permit. Try to be legal. The reason is because there are certain jobs you cannot do if you are not legal, and when you meet the police or law enforcement officers, you have to be running up and down. That is a big disadvantage to you. You are caught, you may be deported. Try to be legal. And again, if you want to move to another country, you cannot go to any embassy if you are not legal. Know this and know this. Please also, if you move to a country, if you think your budget is not enough to go to those English speaking countries I just gave you, look at your budget, plan it well, move to any country that you think you can like your money can accommodate. Okay, but when you get to that country, if you are studying or you are working, try to learn the language, because getting the language and learning the language of that particular country will open doors for you. I mean what I'm saying. There are certain jobs you cannot do except you know the language, and if you know the language, you can be employed. And there are certain things you cannot do without the language. If you know the language, is a great advantage for you, and you need these languages in these countries to apply for maybe PR like in Finland, or citizenship like in Denmark. I hope you understand. This is the information I have for those who are 40 years and above. I'm saying this because their age is somehow somewhere. But if you want to move abroad and you also intend considering moving to a country where the language of maybe the basic communication is not English, also try to learn the language. It's going to help you. I know some people will be like, oh, I just want to go and hustle. Don't listen to them. Learn the language. It's going to help you a lot. This is the advice I have for you for this. In this video, I want to tell you some visas you can apply if you are 40 years and above. This may also work for people who are below 40 years, but I'm just talking to people who are 40 years. And please listen to me till the end so you get the material very well. The first visa you should apply for if you are 40 years and above is the job visa. That's the working visa. That's how it's called. Now, how do you apply for the working visa? The first thing first, you need to look for a job abroad. The company needs to employ you. Then when they prepare your letter, they send the letter to you to sign the letter. Then you read the letter before you sign it. Then you send back to the company for them to start processing your work visa. In most cases, companies will be looking for people who are highly qualified. That's people to come and occupy jobs that are in demand. So if you have an opportunity and you are 40 years and you get this type of opportunity, like this type of employment offer, please apply for the job visa. This is the best visa for you. Now, another visa you can apply for is the study visa. But listen again. The study visa is good for someone who is 40 years and above, but please, when you are applying for the study visa, try to go for maybe a 1-year diploma, a 1.5 year, or a 2 years program maximum. Because you are already 40 years, If your intention is to study and move back home, then you shouldn't have a problem. You can apply for 3 years programs. But if your intention is to apply for PR and citizenship in that country, then I will advise you to go for maximum 2 years program, because there are requirements you need to meet in order to apply for PR and citizenship, and PR favor people who are younger in age in most countries abroad. I hope you understand. Canada is an example. So please, if you can study, or if you want to study, take a school or a program that is not up to not more than 2 years, so you can finish quickly and look for means to gain some work experience, and then you apply for PR, or you apply for a job then which will lead you to PR without wasting more time. I hope you understand. This is visa number 2. Now, the other visa type, in case you do not have money, because student visa might be expensive, the job to get it might be difficult, this is a visa type I recommend for everybody who is older, or even the young people. It just depends on you and the things you want to do. If you really think this is a visa for you, you should apply for it. This is called the Schengen visa, or this visa is called the Schengen visa. Now, you have to understand that the Schengen visa is a short stay visa, and an easy way to switch from the Schengen visa is to seek Odoro. There is a video on my YouTube channel I did where I explain to people what Odoro is, and of course so many other things. So if your ambition is not to come back, if your ambition is to ask for Odoro over there, use the Schengen visa, and there are requirements to apply for Schengen visa. I will advise you, if you need the requirements, comment below. I will send the link to you, or you go to my YouTube channel and watch the video I did about Schengen visa application. I hope you understand. This is a short stay visa. With just the visa, you cannot work abroad, but if you change it to Odoro, you can work. Now, it depends on you. Do you want Odoro or not? Remember, you should know the consequences or the advantages and disadvantages of Odoro before you go for it. I hope this is clear. This is the information I said let me pass to you. Younger people can go for this, but for young people, I always advise you to take the study pathway if you can, because you are still young, you have the qualifications, and you can go for it. But if you do not have the qualifications, take the Schengen visa, and if you want to ask for Odoro, you should already know what you need and all the requirements. I hope this is clear.